what's up, everybody? This your boy Nick Cousar. Yo, here, man, representing NeverMindCreating AEG Radio, VTV Network. Yo, I am here with the one and only, Spin Award winner. Yo, listen, Mr. Neiko Flowers.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
What's going on? How you doing?
Man, it is an honor and a blessing to be here with you today, man.
Thank you.
Man, how do you feel, Neiko? Like,
I'm honestly, bro, I'm still in shock. You know, I especially wasn't expecting the Radio Man of the Year award.
Yeah.
That one kind of threw me for a loop. And honestly, now looking back, I know I kind of went hard for the wild card.
Yeah.
So I was telling people on the red carpet, it was like, so how do you feel? I said, I'm not one of those people. Like, I work really hard.
Yeah.
So I was like, I show up to win.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Being nominated is great, but in confidence, you know all the hard work that goes into everything that you do. So I was like, hey, shout out to all the other nominees, but listen, I want to win. Listen, come on now.
Listen, I'm telling you, man, like, I feel it's a champion, within all of us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And as a champion, it's like, yo, I'm coming to take this home.
Absolutely. Absolutely. God made us perfect in his eyes. So I feel like, if he's putting us or he's placed us in a situation or a place where our purpose is, then, I operate in excellence.
Yes.
And so with that, I work hard. So therefore, I want to be rewarded for my hard work.
I definitely understand. I definitely understand,
Absolutely.
man. And as you can see, man, your hard work and the stuff you've been doing, of course, over the years, man, definitely, paid off.
Yeah.
Of course, God, of course, definitely opening up doors. Did you ever see yourself as a child being, aspiring, wanting to do radio, TV, from back at home? Like, tell us exactly, how your journey led you to these two awards, man.
Yeah. I did, actually. I remember as a young kid, I was super creative. I was always thinking outside the box, and I always knew I wanted to do something in entertainment.
Yes.
It wasn't until I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Shout out to Charlotte, North Cat.
Hey, Queen City.
Yeah, Queen City. And I remember my girlfriend at the time, which is now my wife.
Yes.
She tricked me into going to a radio station.
What?
Yeah, so at the time I wanted to be an actor all the way up until this point. I just knew I was going to act. I just knew it. And she was like, man, the way you just love music and the way you're such a people person, I just think that this may be a really good way for you, a good little road to go down.
Yes.
So one morning, and now looking back, I don't know how I believe this. She was like, I got a dentist appointment and I need you to go with me. And it was like, no lie, y'all, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. It didn't even dawn on me, right? I'm like,
what
okay,
time is it?
Okay, well, I guess you want me to go with you, so I went. Now, the dentist, anybody familiar with Charlotte, Queen City, South Boulevard, right?
Yep.
South Boulevard, there's a building. At the bottom of the building, there's a dentist office.
Yep.
But on the second floor, there's a radio station, right?
Yep.
So she tricked me because she knew she gave too much. So we went to the dentist office, and first of all, I'm like, wait a minute, what dentist office is open at 6 o'clock in the morning? It's still dark outside. What is happening? So when we didn't make that right and we went left, and she puts the intercom, she asked for somebody, the name that I was familiar with, because I'm originally from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay.
And Tone X, where at the time he was on the radio station at Power 98 and there, and he came to the door, and I'm like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, he was like, come on up. And I'm like, this ain't no dentist office, man. So long story short, man, she actually set it up for me to shadow the morning show. And I did it. I remember leaving that day and do like, okay, you may be on something, because I got to spend a lot of good time with them and see how much fun they were having. And then from there, man, I tried to come back like the following week, and it was like, nah, brother, you got to like do some type of school. You can't just be showing, because you can't just be showing up and working for free.
Right.
Even though I wasn't working, they seemed like it was a liability.
I understand.
So I literally enrolled in school.
Yeah.
And did that and turned back around, got an internship there. I remember, shout out to No Limit Larry at the time and Janine Davis, JD. And I remember they was like, yo, like, you got to get an internship. So I got an internship. And they was like, hey, man, listen, there's an opportunity at the top of the year.
Yeah.
we want to offer it to you. And so that's where it started, man. I was the producer of the morning show, straight out of school.
Shout out.
Yeah. Then I actually was on air because they gave me my on air slot on the weekend, and that's where it started, man. And then from there, man, I just been grinding.
Man, it was shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? The journey has been plenty full of blessings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying, that we can see. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, you know what I'm saying, to your wife too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to her.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to your wife.
I tell people all the time, like, had it not been for her, I definitely wouldn't be sitting and getting all these awards and all that stuff without it being from her. She's seen something that I didn't see in myself in the moment. So shout out to her. Yeah,
you know, I'm thankful, you know what I'm saying, because it's an even honor for myself as being, you know what I'm saying, from Charlotte in the Queen City, you know, to be able, you know what I'm saying, to be in this industry and also to meet people, you know what I'm saying, from your hometown.
Absolutely.
Because it's nothing like, you know what I'm saying, for you had your brother out there or another mentor, like, yo, I'm inspiring you. Yo, you remind me of myself when I was your age. Keep going. Keep moving. And your story, man, is beautiful, you know what I'm saying, to all generations.
Thank you.
You know, because I'm a firm believer, and I have mentors tell me all the time, you're never too old to always dream or fulfill a dream, fulfill a passion, fulfill a goal. It's one of those things, you know, over the years I've come to realize that God blesses us with multiple gifts. Just like in His Word. He blessed one with 1, one with 5, one with 7, multiple gifts. What are you going to do, you know what I'm saying, with your gift, you know what I'm saying, that He's giving you? And even just how your story, you know, your journey started out, pursuing towards, you know what I'm saying, your passion and your gift. You stated, hey, I want to be an actor. But God was like, yo, I got something else, you know what I'm saying, inside of you that I want, you know what I'm saying, to bring light to, to shine light, to inspire, you know, and take you. But even still, yo, you can come back. Yes, it's all coming back for a around, man.
It all comes
back, man.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So from there, when you got the position, you know what I'm saying, the radio station, had your own show. What made you, how long was it before you moved to the transition or made the transition to come to Georgia?
So I was there for a good bit of years, and then I started doing entertainment news on Fox 46 in Charlotte. So that was another opportunity that came, and I was just so happy to be doing TV because at the time I was doing radio and TV. A lot of people weren't doing that, so it was really cool to do that. And then, man, I was like, okay, I'm doing radio, I'm doing television at the same time. What else is there for me to do? And I always knew I always knew there was more. You know, and my biggest thing was I want to inspire and to motivate people. And so I always knew my life was going to be that way. And so me and my wife was talking at the time. We had just had our twins. They were they weren't even 1 yet, and we kept hesitating. It was like, I think Atlanta's the move. Because it's going to give both of us a lot of great opportunity. Man, we hesitated. We were scared. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. We were scared, y'all. We were scared, and especially with 2 small kids. And then one day, man, we was just like, we came down here for an event, and while I was at the event, my wife started looking for houses. And I was like, listen, if you find something and we get approved, we're gone. And that's gonna be God saying, go. And we got back, and later on that following week, the lady hit. I'd never even seen the house that we moved into until we moved here. That's how much faith it was. So we end up, you know, getting a place and moving, and that's how it happened, man.
But that's favor, you know, because, you know, in God's word it says, we're created in the image and the likeness of Him. There's life and death in the power of our tongues. And man, you spoke it. You spoke it, you trusted, you believed, you had faith in there all the way to the end. Continue to have faith. Like, it's like one of those moments when you grow up, it's like, you know, your grandparents tell you, you know, our Father, you know, He the same God for yesterday, today, and forever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And He will be there with you, you know what I'm saying, all through your days. And you know what I'm saying? Congratulations, you know what I'm saying, to you, you know what I'm saying, for being obedient. You know, listening to God's voice. Speaking that thing into existence. You know, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, yo, we can speak it, cast it out, and then it's like, yo, we ain't got no faith behind that. Like, where's it going? But all the way to the end, yo, you have faith. That journey trickled, man, and even all the way, yo, radio, you know what I'm saying, wild card, but radio man of the year, like that was destiny, like all the work from Fox.
I know, It's amazing, man. It's amazing. It was a culmination of a great year. This has been, and I told somebody recently, I was like, this year showed that the work that I put in back in those years ago,
Yes.
that, you know, it's funny how, you know, I remember applying for different positions, like when I was like ready. I joke with a good friend of mine who's in the industry, and I said, remember when we were just so like ready to just move and just to the next level, and that we were like applying in random places like Iowa, like Wyoming. And I was like, now looking back, like, man, no, what were we doing? God said, absolutely not. Sit down and wait.
It was one of those moments, because you know sometimes we be like that, antsy, moving, like it's not on our timing, it's on His timing, you know.